biggest club in Jackson.
Yep.
I used to go promote the music and put CDs in people's cars and walk up to people and give them the music, all kind of shit with my cousins. I knew then I was more cut for this shit than them. Them niggas was scared to promote their own shit.
Nah, man. I used to, when I had my nightclub, I'd be all on JSU campus. I'd be at other folks' nightclubs putting flyers on their cars, talking to those people. Nah, man.
From Los Angeles,
you gotta
California.
get out there and promote yourself.
That's
It's the NFL.
I just realized. That's $25 just to, rub shoulders with a bunch of niggas. I'm cool on that. Yeah, but that's exactly why I was the first nigga to get on TV with my music. And them niggas never will because I always went harder than them when it came to promoting myself.
Seattle Seahawks.
Niggas don't
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage.
Especially if you ain't gonna get on the internet hustle, you know what I'm saying? Or get creative on there with the
clubs going head-to-head.
You gotta do something.
Seattle Seahawks taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, bro, like, put some, if you ain't gonna create no merchandise to promote or something, man, like, you can sit around, goddamn it, you going to them clubs and they hoping they see somebody they know that make them look like they promoting this shit. But don't nobody do that shit no more, man. None of these little artists be out here doing guerrilla promo.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium.
Well, the thing is, you always do the opposite of what's trending. When niggas was out trying to push CDs, it was some niggas ahead of the curve on the internet, like Soulja Boy and Joker Too Cold. Now that the internet is where everything going on, niggas got to get back to being, finding the right markers to push that shit, because there's still people that be having CDs.
Smith gonna look to throw right away. Open.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. That always gonna show you who about this rap shit and who ain't. Cause it's, I know. Yeah, go ahead.
From the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. First carry here for Ken Walker. 6 yards.
But nothing beats a live show.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run again with Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Them die-hard fans.
Nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because
it ain't got nothing on top of that live shit. Because that's where people's emotions. When I seen Big Crit, that first time he did this show with Jackson and Howard Miles, and I seen I seen every emotion you could think of that night. People were laughing, people was excited and turned, and people were crying. Like, he had every emotion in that show, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's when I knew then. I'm like, then I seen like the real love artists, the niggas coming up in there with portraits of him that they didn't, artists and shit. I'm like, nah, that's when the music that really impacted somebody.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 13. They begin the drive with Williams. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand
I thought you was finna say you watched that recently. I'm gonna say them niggas ain't even cool.
Back to throw, Stafford.
I thought you were finna say like you saw that recently.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard.
Yeah, because they ain't cool like that
That's
no
the
more.
mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield.
Yeah, man. I mean, especially
the linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take
especially
a lot of pride in covering.
especially in the music industry. Like, if some people ain't still cool is because maybe one of them dead.
He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Hey, man, don't speak that shit into existence, man. Shit, there's a lot of niggas don't like me right now for a lot of reasons. That's why I'm glad I never did. I never went to YouTube, like, teaming up with this dude I went to school with because... Yeah, I would have been Shannon Sharp. He would have been Ocho. Because I'm just like, hey, bro, if I'm going to do this shit, man, I'm going to do this shit. I'm going to be putting my shit out, and I'm going to be mad. You know what I'm saying? You know, you talking all this, and we ain't, putting the work in. It's like, I went to that man YouTube channel in the beginning of the year, just to see how much progression he had. Bro, he put shit out in like 2 years. And it's just like, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, you kept on saying, like, yeah, man, we need to da-da-da-da-da. But I didn't even tell him I started my shit. I just did it. Just to, because it's like, then I knew that shit wasn't going to work out with us because the first conversation of business, it was like, already like, hell nah, like, we couldn't even. I told him the logo was trash, you know what I'm saying? Dude was like, we could just put this out and then, tweak it later. And it's like, what we rushing for? We didn't even put a video out. So I knew then, like, hey, you know what? I'm going to just leave this alone. He went and started his shit, without telling me. And we see who's still doing it.
Gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down.
You right.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football. That's what I
learned about a lot of these friendships I done had over here. I'm like, man, these niggas are charming soft. So soon as they get their feelings hurt, they want to block your number, ghost you, don't want to talk no more. Before I cut my cousin off, people always leave this part out the story when they talk about, how sad it is of us not communicating. I'm like, bro, do you know how many years I forgave this man? Y'all never bring that part up, and I could go through. If I get to listing shit, I'm gonna be talking a long time, which is why I never do it. So, but it's like he knows. So, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, but after you cuss my mom out, it's just no coming back from me. I gotta put hands on you for one. And, you the type, you gonna want to kill somebody or act like you're gonna kill somebody. Then I'm gonna see where your daddy at. And then people gonna say it shouldn't even came to that. All you had to do was not communicate, which is why I'm not doing it. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? It's like I can't even be in the same room with nobody like that because your mom's a bitch for real. So I can't. When we get to talking about mamas, you know what I'm saying? It's just gonna get real. It's gonna get real tricky.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look.
Yeah, especially when you done disrespected me for years, and you know what I'm saying? But I also don't take it too personal because it's like, first of all, bro, you're a crack baby. So, you're not even all the way human. You're half chemical and you're half man. So, I understand that part of his, DNA. And then second of all, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, you grow up in an environment and seeing your mama get her ass whooped, you know what I'm saying? As she rightfully deserved. You know what I'm saying? That shit's traumatic, you know? So you got a lot of built up anger. But
That'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Up the middle, it's Williams. He's got it to the 43 here.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Throwing is Stafford. Flushed out right. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
yeah.
Here's Stafford.
And I realized that too, man. Like, dude I used to be cool with, man. I realized like a lot of people, his brother committed suicide, and his youngest brother attempted to. He tried to commit suicide. So I realized, man, genetically, bro, you have it's some type of chemical imbalance in your bloodline, because it's like it's too many of y'all trying to off yourselves. Y'all very fragile. Would you agree or disagree with that? Like, based off, you know, that kind of.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's
that's the point. Yeah, that's what I was trying to allude to, yeah.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this will remain.
You know, I definitely believe in numbers, man. Numbers tell a story just like words do, because they both coincide to deliver information.
Think ideal conditions.
That's 3 people, dog. I'm like, yeah, it's something in that blood, bro. Niggas just trying to kill themselves too much, you know what I'm saying? Then what y'all trying to kill yourselves off of.
Continues to get better.
That's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of this shit, like, you know,
these guys expect
it's just because I'm like, man, my mama cut different, man. The shit she had to go through and experience, and you know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't never thought about clocking out. You know what I'm saying? So when I got a homie to tell me he found the Lord after the girl told him she got pregnant by another dude and you tried to kill yourself, but the Lord saved you. Yeah, dog. I should have known, like, you know.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Yeah, but Dion, I ain't even talking about Dion in the conversation, because I said
set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Yeah, man. Him having to wear a wedding dress, you know, and dance in front of the white man.
Further down inside the 40.
Because that's where they came from. He just think he thought nobody gonna see that footage, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, because they all got that pattern, man. After they have to do all that to become who they become, then they want to call on the Lord.
Now Gino on first down. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Rams will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, and I saw the pressure coming.
I'm finna say, man, you can fool some of the people, but you can't fool everybody, man.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes
I'm glad I don't.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, well.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. That one will be incomplete. He caught it, but could not stay in bounds for the long connection.
Well, they've got man coverage on the
Sean McVay unhappy on the sidelines visibly. He's made the decision to reach for the red flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds?
The Bible does say, man, on Judgment Day,
I gotta say, watching it in real time,
he said everybody to say his name
kingdom.
He will tell them, depart from thee. So that's why I don't get caught up in everybody that say, something about God, man, because that's a marketing tool, especially, in the Bible, though.
So a good challenge there. The look pretty conclusive. The feet were in, and it's a completed pass. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Here's Stafford. Over the middle. That's hauled in by Cup. And he's going to get this inside the 30. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that
old head always said time will reveal all. That's why I don't get caught up in all that shit no more, man. Trying to expose or whatever, because people already got their mind made up. They want to believe some bullshit. Let them believe the shit. Man, when the shit hit the fan, they gonna want to call you and say, man, I can't believe that. Shut your ass up. You fell for the motherfucking show, you know what I'm saying? The show ended.
Well, that'll be caught by Cup. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. Already, he's top 50 receiving yards in this first quarter. And he's got a first down. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. We're scoreless after 1.
When he was over here for Christmas, it was so funny. He believed whatever you think is what it's going to be. So I was like, so let me get this straight, man. I'm like, so you basically feel like if niggas think there's a hell, there's a hell, but if you put it in your mind it ain't one, he was like, exactly. I was like, yo, there's some different people out here, dog.
If you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact. And it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly
hey, yo, that's crazy.
There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Williams will score. Touchdown, L.A.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a long play drive. And it was capped off by the Kyren Williams touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25.
You called one of them voodoo women up. That's all that was.
To trot out on the field.
You made that phone call, and all she did was ask you for some information.
They can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control.
Oh no, you using that language, man. You talking about the ancestors, how they be talking.
For the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Nigga said or whatever.
Right where the set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. This is Fant on the short completion. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Out of the gun, Smith. This complete to Lockett. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward.
Hey, speaking of your daddy, he never did get that truck back there.
Out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go.
No, it is because it was. I just watched the news the past 2 days, and it's been a lot of break-ins at churches where they taking people's cars, and your boy Kenny was on there snapping, and I was like, dang, these young niggas still hitting licks on these vehicles, man.
DK Metcalf, 46 yards. Now the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Hey, I thought it had to. Wait. You said your neighbors.
We are tied at 7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Williams going to get it again on second down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Open man right side is Cup complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge and they complete the pass there for another first down.
On first down, Stafford here. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection.
Oh, my God, yo, that's some treacherous shit.
Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They run it again with Williams. And he'll go down.
Man, that's crazy, bro. I don't know why that shit bothered me for some reason all that time. And I had thought about, it wasn't the first time it was on the news, it was the second time. And I was like, golly, man, I was like, this kind of reminds me of the situation with Chris did.
And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Yeah.
He is going to have a Rams first down, at least at first glance, as they spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance.
What's good? You're going to be able to bomb a new one.
Bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Oh, it ain't nothing like having something that you put in years of investments in and got memories. It was just like, man, I felt some type of way when I couldn't find my cousin when I lost all that. This one of my cool cousins. I bet it was, man. My cousin Sensei, he gave me these some $1,500 earrings when I lost all that weight because he was talking about how proud of me he was. And I couldn't find them earrings after a while, man. I thought somebody stole them out my room, but I had finally cleaned my room out and found them. Because I was like, it's only one person be in my room outside of a female, you know what I'm saying? I know the females ain't stealing, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I kind of told cuz, I'm like, hey man, you the only one be back here, but I know bro wouldn't steal from me, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I just know he wouldn't. So I was like, but bro, I don't know who the fuck else could have took them earrings. But I was so glad when I found them because anytime somebody think enough of me, man, to give me a gift, I just don't like losing it or having something happen to it because I feel like I abandon their trust, you know what I'm saying, and the thoughtfulness of the gift. So I was so anytime I hear about somebody, man, losing something of value, man, just like my mama, man. My cousin told me his brother stole one of her bracelets one time, you know, at the trailer, and I'm just like, bro, you just don't ever want me to reconcile with this man, because every time I think I've heard enough, I get some more information that lets me know that I hate this nigga, man. I was like, why would you tell me that, dog? And then, you know, niggas are so messy, bro. Like, and that's what I said, like, niggas really be messy and they're trying to paint narratives on who somebody else being messy. He's like, he gonna say it like it wasn't a big deal, like, oh yeah, dang, and you know that gold bracelet you had? Oh yeah, Slim took this shit. And he ain't even thinking how that make him look, because it's like, you knew all that time and didn't say nothing. So that's how I know the feds will never have trouble locking niggas up, because niggas are right on the niggas for free.
The offense stays out there.
Yeah, so moral of the story, I'm finna tie this in with your situation. You'd be surprised how time changed. One of your neighbors will fall out and they end up telling you like, oh yeah, man, Tracy baby daddy took your daddy truck. You wouldn't even care, you know what I'm saying, by then, but you'll just be like, dang, that's kind of crazy. Like,
coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks.
Man, I honestly thought you had called me because of what happened with Jimmy Butler.
Starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey,
yeah, but I was just wondering.
Do that, but what you really want are a couple of...
I didn't think that was suspension worthy, but you know he's showing up. Pat is a yeah. Pat is a mafia nigga, man. Yeah, I don't play like that.
2nd and 9. Throwing is Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And got his man complete. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here's Kyron Williams running out for another possession. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much.
So when the defense complains about having to
do Boston Celtics is the prime example of when you take your time.
Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses.
Since the Spurs.
That goes down as a sack for the defense.
86 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This now a 3rd and 4. Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. We've seen this offense do some unconventional things thus far, but they couldn't go for it on 4th down here, could they?
Could someone patch us into the head coach's headset? Punt the ball.
Returnable for Lockett. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Get a look at DK.
Yeah, well, that's what they say. That's what they say. He, you know, one of the teams he want to go to is
early in this one, first half, already over the
I think the best fit Dallas.
That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Smith. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Where do you think he should go?
Charles, there's something special about
Nah, hell no. He ain't going nowhere. I'm talking about Jimmy.
Tip there, really nice coordination.
Very much so, and I think what we've
seen, think Dallas is the best fit for him.
The last 5 years, maybe a little bit longer. Coaches
they said it's Golden State, Phoenix,
even for defensive
Dallas,
because possession is so key. When you got a chance to take one away, you want people comfortable with the football, and it paid off there.
A good convergence there defensively.
Yeah, hell yeah. For one, it's
the Rams going to go ahead and use the first.
They saw.
As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
They should have never got rid of that shit with Mikal Bridges and all that. They fucked up doing all that. Oh shit. Ooh.
Stafford. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25. Now Stafford. A battle for it, and It's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all
they got one more than
that sets him apart what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. So there you have it. Halftime quickly over.
I don't know, man. It depends.
14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because
that's just how they roll, though, as an organization.
Take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Stafford, short throw, it's Higbee. And Higbee going to handle Rams first down.
Tackle
made up near the 35.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity.
Nah, that's the last week of the regular season. What's the score between Baltimore and Cleveland? They should be blowing them niggas out. It was 14-3 at halftime.
On first down, almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third.
Man, when you gonna get back to making them beats, man? You were talking about that shit. I never do it. My partner done beat you. Man, that shit ain't that funny, bro. God damn, I can't even hear myself talk. Hell yeah, being extra as hell.
That is incomplete. The coverage a little.
Shit ain't that goddamn funny, dog. Like, you done watched the fucking movie 5 times.
They've done a nice job against
motherfuckers just be want somebody to hear them do some shit, man. That's why I be on some asshole shit playing my music loud as fuck. Why you reading the Bible? I was in that bitch fucking driven and pop. Hail Mary! Hell no, man. Because niggas be doing too much. It don't take all that to watch a movie, man. Shit, I mean, you don't watch Friday After Next every day leading up to Christmas, man. That shit is funny, though. I can't hold it. Damn, that shit ain't that funny. If you don't watch the dead time. But, the wild card gonna be next week.
They haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's.
No, it's still on that to be continued. What I mean, now, what's the word that he flipped up? That nigga said to be continued. My bad. Yeah, to be determined though. Yeah, because it's something with the records and shit. Because if what's the name? I think if the Chiefs lose to the Broncos, the Bengals out. And
so pass interference.
and you know this is so crazy because this is my division rival. But bro, I just feel like you gotta have Lamar, Josh, and Joe in the playoffs this year with how amazing they playing, man. Like that shit is good for business. I damn near don't even want to, and I'm a Steelers fan, I damn near don't even think we should be in the playoffs because we so fucking boring. They need to play Justin because Russell ain't playing like he getting them goodies from Sierra.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second. And
that dude, he locked in. He just ain't making the plays. You know what I'm saying?
That's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play...
Nah, he was just playing some teams that didn't have the defenses that exposed his style. Yeah, that's yeah, I know a little more. That nigga was throwing 400 damn near against you know what I'm saying? Till he played a motherfucking team like the Ravens and the Browns. Like, you can't lose against the Browns with Jameis Winston on Thursday night, dog.
So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a
I think football and basketball way different when it comes to that, because football, you just can't get into a rhythm just because it's the playoffs. You gotta already be going in with this shit. Basketball is different.
Great play by him.
Yeah, that I was just gonna say, and then also football, so much success depends on the man next to you. That's why y'all really gotta be on the same page, you know. And now football's so much different. Niggas is doing podcasts at halftime. You know what I'm saying? These niggas.
This one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
Damn, we got that thrown off CT. I don't know what it is about Pittsburgh. We know how to get a thrown off receiver, bro. George Pickens, that dude got some problems, man.
And that shouldn't change their mindset.
Nigga, how are you mad about everything?
They already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game.
You know what I'm saying? That should be so. I'm like, bro, everything makes you mad. That's not normal, bro. Like, you need to see a priest, nigga. You need more than therapy. Like, it's something very... Bro, get the ball, he mad. Bro, don't get the ball, he mad. Bro, win the game. I mean... We won, but the shit should have been over at halftime, to be real. Bro, when are you ever satisfied? You ain't Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown was catching 11 catches a game. Embarrassing DBs, all kind of shit, bro. And you know, the hell he caused was warranted based off the production. We going off your potential, you know. So I just know tonight he gon' and this nigga stay giving us penalties, bro, because of shit that ain't got nothing to do with football. He done grabbed the referee flag. Like, what the fuck? But Mike Tomlin, I know he be having to take a shot of whiskey after every game. All these niggas, he got to deal with. Yeah, bro. Then he is the master of answering them questions when he know they on some bullshit.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. And it's two coaches I said is like some of the most entertaining coaches, man. He entertaining. That nigga John Gruden. I was watching him as a kid when he coached for the Buccaneers, and you know he had that stint with the Raiders. I know they say cuz racist and all that, but I was like, man, if they kept him mic'd up all the time with every game he ever coached, man, them Raiders would have been different. Peyton Manning and Eli done really helped the NFL out with the show they came up with.
That'll be caught. It's Cup. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Yeah, oh yeah, hell yeah.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Big facts. You right about that. I showed her. That's all bro, I just had somebody subscribe to my YouTube channel, and they was like, they don't like the Steelers, but they tolerate them because they fuck with Mike Tomlin.
And it's going to wind up incomplete.
That was literally last night. That's crazy. We talking about that, and I'm like, yo, that's insane. Like,
so the play results in no gain.
Bro, you ain't gonna go a conversation without bringing this up, man. I'm gonna start making a bet on this shit, bro. Every time you bring up Dion, you gotta cash out me $1. I'm gonna have $100 in no time.
Back to throw.
Yeah. They did that. They did.
chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first.
Oh, yeah, how did that go?
Off the draw, here's Williams. Down at the 25.
Because you don't see everybody.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Escaping the pressure right. Short throw, it's Higbee.
Right, hell yeah. The social battery is real.
As he's brought down at the 16.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And he continues to pile up the yards.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure. Hell yeah.
And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
To throw on second down. Stafford. Flush to his right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get.
If you know what somebody into, for sure, you gonna contribute. I noticed that.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got napped for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Screenplay set up for Williams. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down.
Yeah, I believe in that.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass.
Wow. Dang, what they give you?
This is Williams. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Kyron Williams with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out.
Hey, that's some cool shit.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it was capped off by the Kyron Williams touchdown run. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Yeah. And he's certainly been a huge...
Hey, because I was thinking it in my head, so I could see why you know what I'm saying? Because I was really like, damn, the nigga knew that was going to happen apparently, or had a feeling he should have brought some gifts.
Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Gino now to throw. This is
yeah, y'all know about hospitality. That's how the nature. You said that earlier about nature, about yeah, that's how my mama is. You know what I'm saying? My mama just the other day, she needed a favor from one of the church members, and the church member he dropped off the checkbook or whatever. And my mama asked him if he wanted something to drink, and it went from her giving him a drink to giving this nigga a bunch of groceries. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of shit he didn't ask for. You know.
As we've come to the end of the third quarter of action, we'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's
that shit ain't nothing at all.
Sports. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Nah, man, that shit like.
They say just outside the 20-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
I doubt all that goes around. I get it. I get where you coming from, man, because it's like, golly, man, I come all the way out here, man. You would think, you know, because that ain't like you going to Hattiesburg. You know what I'm saying? Because like you on the whole other side of the world, literally.
Just keep that clock ticking.
Now 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Stafford.
Damn, a week.
Would have been intercepted if he could have gotten.
Nah, bro. I thought you meant like 3 days. Now that is a long time for you not to be. You know what I'm saying?
That's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get.
I ain't know that. What's up with her?
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks. Offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Smith on 1st down. Has it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he's got this down to the 35. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18. To throw is Smith. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Now a draw play. It's Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Lockett the man in motion. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. He will push his way down to about the 14. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Damn.
Picked off by Cameron.
God damn.
The Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this.
Yo, that's so crazy. I know, bro. That's why I'm like, yo, that's crazy, dog. What the fuck, yo? What the? Wait, hold up, bro. That's crazy.
Sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of over.
But you also gotta think. You always gotta think, man. That's in your girl too, man. Whatever her mama.
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford on the move to his left.
Right.
There a long time, but it falls innocently and incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Stafford. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Inside the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he returns this to the 22. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. Stafford here coming off his pick 6. Going up top for Kupp, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
There's definitely a lot going on, man. What you just revealed. I never would have guessed it.
Because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
Now a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Stafford. Working the middle of the field, and he's
well, the good news is it ain't like I got no kids, so at least
he's going to have a Rams 1st down.
She moving that way.
Throwing is Stafford. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, Williams. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed.
I'm so confused on this whole running up the stairs
and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. Here's Stafford. Going to be taken in here.
You said something about her diet change. Was that her or her mom?
Because I don't know. Oh, okay. First on the 35-yard strike. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance of yards after the catch there, and they stopped.
Yeah, she already ain't, you know what I'm saying? So
they snap it to Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Sometimes people be jealous of also the potential happiness you can be developing too. She could feel some type of way that Ty finna be off the market and finding some she ain't never experienced. You know what I'm saying? That could be a theory, you know. Because people be jealous of their own kids, man.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
That's one thing I can say, man. My mama cracked jokes, but she ain't never like. The only female she ever spoke about was the one that took me down through there. She was right about it. Any other female, she ain't never like told me anything, you know, that made me think something. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And it is all about creating.
They may not be fond of,
your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair, watching a Tuesday night college game, and decided to implement it myself.
So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it winds up with a touchdown.
Yeah, every time.
They
teach you that in psychology.
Kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
Damn, that's crazy, dog. That was, boy, that's a long week in L.A., man.
The 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
What brand was the socks they gave? I'm about to say, them niggas sound like they got money anyway, the way you was talking.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now Gino on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he is
just hopefully it don't be another. I always say, man, like certain type of arguments, man, waffles kind of tell you a lot about a person. Cause it's just something I ain't even gonna argue with you about. Especially now, at my age, I'm gonna either walk. That's why I be glad. I don't go out with too many people. I don't like really know if I can gauge their thermometer attitude, because you'll be looking stupid talking to yourself and acting crazy with me.
Much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Because
so it's
especially if it's
as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now 2nd and 4. To the air again, Smith. Going right back to Fant. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. The Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Smith to throw. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
You know, you're spending a lot of time.
19 yards away. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up.
Dang, man.
We are tied here in the 4th quarter.
When was the Texas thing happen? The one day in Texas? That was recent, right?
Setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Williams.
Boy, you be spending.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into.
Boy, you be going on tour when it come to these women.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if you look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But
what about that girl from over there in Dubai? She's still married.
What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is.
Damn, she got a girl on board.
Can they get there?
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here?
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football. But this couldn't be much worse, could it? No. This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a T-form. They're already in field goal range here late in the 4th now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker and just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here comes 2nd down and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Walker now on 1st and 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Walker. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really...
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Now Myers for the extra point.
God damn.
It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run.
That's wild.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown.
Oh, sound like you just picked that shit back up. I don't want to hear you talk about that for a long time.
But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough...
I thought you already said you did that for the Beats.
An easy way to make it up to them. Get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And this one in.
I thought you called me.
What remains is 13 seconds.
And now time is a giant issue. That would have been important to maybe get you into Hail Mary range. But this defense is certainly going to make it tough, and that's going to fall incomplete.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Well, what a thrilling fourth quarter this one was. Well, at least I guess if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a one-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon.
I already know that. That's why I'm going to say the hella industry niggas use Fruity Loops.
Find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.
Yeah, I'm confused, man, because I remember when you called me and told me you bought some from Garage Center yeah, so that's why I was like, where the fucking beats at, man? Man, you know, ain't like... We had bits and pieces of it. Yeah, I don't know what it was about them New Orleans niggas and helicopters. They love, that's where they get all that shit with choppers and shit. It's always somebody from their name Chopper.